Hi, welcome to My Two Bits. My name's Laura Batante. Today I have this really adorable little Cookie Monster felt finger puppet to make. He's very easy to make and requires just a few simple materials. Before we get into materials, I would like to take just a second and ask if you would please help me out by subscribing to my channel and liking the video. To materials. The first thing that you're going to want to do is download the template, which is available right there in the video notes. Then you're going to need some felt. Now you can get away with the little squares that you get from the dollar store. Those are a 5-inch square, I believe. And this little guy is 2 by 3. So if you fold one of those in half, you can easily do it. I have made many a felt finger puppet from those. And we need the blue that Cookie Monster is, or as close as you can get, some tan for his cookie, and then the black for his mouth. You are also going to need some googly eyes. These are 5/8 of an inch. Embroidery floss is what I like to use, and of course the needle. And then cutting scissors for fabric. I have scissors that I only use for fabric, thus the labeling. And for this particular one, because he's fluffy, I'm going to use my pinking shears for the outside. And also, I'm going to use Aleene's Felt and Foam Tacky Glue. Now, the regular tacky glue also works just great, but I have this, so I'm going to use it. And also, regular white glue will work. The thing is that you want to be, not too liberal with it, because it will make your felt wet and then it gets very stiff and dry. It's not fabulous, but it will definitely work. So if that's what you have, go for it. There we go. I think that is everything we need. I do have paper clips as per usual. If you want to attach your template to the felt while you're cutting, go ahead and use those. Or if you have those fabulous little paper clip, not paper clips, but little clips that they have for fabric. Now they look like little clothes pegs. Those are awesome. I have some of those as well. Yeah, let's just jump right in. I have my pieces attached, and I have decided on mine to make the bottom flat. You don't have to. If you want to use the pinking shears all the way around, go ahead and do that. So on both the hand and on the body, I have matched up my bottom on a straight line, and now I'm just going to cut out these around here. Now this, again, you don't have to follow this exactly. It's really just giving him a little bit of extra glue area. If you want to try and just hang your eyeballs halfway off, go for it. I just think this makes it a little more secure, and it's going to last longer that way. So it doesn't have to be perfect. Just give yourself a little extra chunk and make sure that you don't see it behind when you go to glue the eyes on it. In fact, if you want, just sort of cut straight across and then put a little divot in there, and that way you won't see it in behind. All right, so I'm just going to cut these out, and then we will put it all together. All right, so I have all my bits cut out, and I've just placed them on top to make sure everything fits, because sometimes when we're cutting, things go slightly off the template. That's not unusual, especially when you're trying to cut with the pinking shears. They are kind of fun to control around the corners. So not bad, I think. I might just take a little off the top of his mouth. And otherwise, yeah, what we're gonna do is, before we sew, we are going to glue the mouth and the cookie and the hand, but we will leave this edge right here so that we can include it in the sewing, and we don't want to have to sew through glue, because that's not good for your needle. It gets all gunked up. All right, and then we will just put the eyes on at the end. And also for the cookie, now what I did for mine was I just found a slightly darker chunk of brown, and I'm cut it up into some little funny wedges, and then I'm just going to glue those on kind of random like. So you can do that before we get started if you like, or you can do it after, your call. But yeah, we're just going to get that done, and then we will, glue our pieces, the rest of our pieces in place. And like I said, I think I am going to give my top of my mouth a little trim. I think it's a little snug to the eyes. There we go. All right, so like I said, we are going to glue this down. Now, if you've come too close to the edge where you're going to actually sew, you might want to just trim that a bit back a bit. So first things first, we will glue the mouth on. And if you need to put the eyeballs back on just to, you know, make sure you've got good placement, go for it. What we don't want to do is have, we can always trim a little off the bottom of the hand and lower the hand, but you don't want to make it so your mouth is too tight to the eyes. And I purposely have the mouth not uniform because he's always moving and he's always got those great expressions on his face, so I didn't want his mouth to be too, you know, uniform. So that would be why I've done that, and you know, you go ahead and adjust it how you like. And then I'm going to put my hand back on here and place my cookie. So that looks, I think that's pretty good right there, so I will glue that guy down. All right, so now we are going to get our thread ready and sew around. All right, so I use about a foot of embroidery floss. You won't need that much, but more is better. And then I always like to start my stitch in up a little so I can hide my knot. So then I will go back down and then come back up. I don't know if that's the best way to do it. I'm not much of a sewer, but it works for me. And then you just want to try and sew fairly close to the edge, and you want your stitching length to be even so that it looks nice and neat. Just in and out all the way around. When we get up here, we're going to just go straight across, and we can just pop a little glue in there to help make that stiffer, which will help hold the eyes on. All right, well, I have mine all sewn up, and like I said before, I am just going to put a little dab in between these little supports. Probably doesn't need it, but can't hurt. And then we'll put some glue here and here. Make sure our eyes stay on. There we go, all done. He's so fun. It's quite possible that I will be making some more of his little friends in the near future, so stay tuned for that. If you enjoyed making this craft with me today, then please give the video a like and subscribe to my channel. Next week I am doing a Charlotte's Web inspired paper craft, so hopefully you'll stay tuned for that. And thanks very much for joining me today.